Deadpool's hilarious attempt at throwing a bash of surprise birthday party for Spider-Man, complete with a guest list of his most notorious supervillains. But things take a sharp turn when an enraged Spider-Man presents Deadpool with an unexpected gift, a one-way ticket to Ravencroft Institute for the criminally insane. As Deadpool's frustration boils over, he stumbles upon a sinister group of symbiotes lurking in the shadows. Armed with his wits and a clever concoction of metals and a microwave oven, Deadpool battles the symbiotic threat and ultimately reduces the place to rubble. But his unique symbiote-infused spine doesn't go unnoticed by the symbiotes, who now see Deadpool as a rare unicorn among humans. Will they succeed in capturing him for their dark intentions? Or again, will Deadpool manage to outwit even this deadly threat? After Deadpool's triumphant return and some well-deserved downtime at home, a surprising call from Spider-Man flips the script. Spider-Man reaches out to Deadpool for a heroic team-up against the formidable Carnage. Things take a chaotic turn when a horde of symbiotes storms Deadpool's home, rigged with explosives. The explosive clash leaves symbiotes undeterred as they make a ferocious comeback, targeting Deadpool with unwavering aggression. Witness Deadpool's indomitable spirit as he fiercely battles back, employing a range of tactics from stabbing to shooting and even burning. But when the symbiotes resort to mind control, Deadpool proves his mental resilience by breaking free. Just when you thought the tide was turning, Carnage himself strikes from the shadows, delivering a shocking blow that leaves Deadpool's fate hanging by a thread.
The story starts now. Amidst a chaotic chase, Spider-Man scolds Deadpool for orchestrating a surprise birthday party, a celebration that wasn't even due. Deadpool defends his actions, claiming ignorance of Spider-Man's identity and loved ones, opting to invite the next best thing, a horde of enemies. Spider-Man grumbles about the guest list, excluding J. Jonah Jameson, but Deadpool interjects that even he got an invite. In a festive room, Jonah rants about Spider-Man being a menace for wasting his time. As they swing away, Rhino, holding a birthday gift, wonders if he's the only one who brought a present, while Hammerhead questions his intelligence. Taking refuge on an apartment roof, Spider-Man urges Deadpool to be patient. Meanwhile, the supervillains, bored, decide to ditch their pursuit for pizza. Deadpool suggests the same, angering Spider-Man, who vows to end their partnership until Deadpool seeks psychiatric help. Handing Deadpool a Ravencroft Institute card for John Jameson, Spider-Man swings away. Unfazed, Deadpool laughs, leaps off the roof, and decides to keep Rhino's discarded present, a rhinoceros-themed hoodie. Weeks later, Spider-Man, still holding a grudge, finds Deadpool at Ravencroft wearing the Rhino hoodie. Unaware of the chaos inside, Deadpool wonders if Spider-Man is happy wherever he is. He greets a seemingly unresponsive receptionist, assuming a hangover. Unbeknownst to him, the guard's throat has been torn out. In the prison section, Carnage doppelgangers devour a guard while Dark Carnage scolds Man-Wolf for letting Misty Knight escape. Deadpool, wearing 3D glasses, mistakes the scene for therapy. Dark Carnage orders his minions to kill him, and Deadpool, realizing his error, escapes through the asylum. Using microwaves as makeshift bombs, he incinerates the doppelgangers before fleeing. Outside, Ravencroft is ablaze, and Dark Carnage berates Man-Wolf, lifting him by the throat. Threatening him, Dark Carnage forms an armed blade, ready to strike. However, he drops Man-Wolf, realizing Deadpool was dressed as a rhino, not a unicorn. Claiming Jameson is a genius, he reveals Deadpool's unique bond with four symbiotes: Agony, Lasher, Phage, and Riot. Excited about the Codex goldmine in Deadpool's spine, Carnage sends his cult after him, fueled by a personal hatred for Wade Wilson. In the towering spire, Dark Carnage warmly welcomes Will-o'-the-Wisp, Conundrum, and the Freak, former captives of the ominous Ravencroft Institute, into his fold. These individuals, having chosen to embrace the dark path, undergo a bonding ritual with offshoots of the Dark Carnage symbiote, symbolizing their initiation into the family. However, Dark Carnage clarifies that this family resemblance is more aligned with the notorious Magia, emphasizing the need for the trio to prove their worth. In a peculiar twist, Dark Carnage reveals that Deadpool possesses the codices of 4, or perhaps 5, symbiotes within him. To illustrate the importance of their mission, Dark Carnage displays an autographed photo of Deadpool, portraying the Merc with a mouth in a playful pose. He informs his new minions about Deadpool's possession of symbiotic codices. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifts when Dark Carnage realizes the photo is missing. A nervous admission from Will-o'-the-Wisp reveals that Freak might have consumed it. Amused, Dark Carnage instructs Freak to retrieve the photo, emphasizing the importance of returning the real thing if ingested. Meanwhile, at Deadpool's hideout in comic book store, the eccentric anti-hero equips himself with an array of formidable weapons. Deadpool expresses his affection for his arsenal, regretting any moment he leaves his dwelling without it. Amidst his intimate moment with a magnum pistol, Deadpool's phone rings, and he discovers Spider-Man on the other end. In his characteristic zany manner, Deadpool scolds Spider-Man for neglecting their friendship. However, Spider-Man urgently seeks Deadpool's assistance in facing Dark Carnage, revealing his lack of symbiote bonding experience. Elsewhere in the city, Spider-Man and Venom engage in a fierce battle against a multitude of Carnage doppelgangers. Venom dismissively claims that Spider-Man doesn't need Deadpool when they are around. Spider-Man counters, suggesting that Deadpool might need their help instead. Awkwardly, Deadpool attempts to convey his multiple symbiote bonds, but the presence of Dark Carnage's minions on his security monitor interrupts the conversation. Deadpool gears up to confront the incoming threat. Back at the Spire, Conundrum utilizes his teleportation abilities to infiltrate Deadpool's stronghold, accompanied by Will-o'-the-Wisp and Freak. The trio marvels at Deadpool's extensive collection of firearms, and Freak, in a sudden attack, severs Deadpool's head. However, The gruesome surprise turns out to be a ruse, prompting laughter from Dark Carnage. A mysterious note with the phrase "goes the dynamite" leads to an explosive climax, destroying the building and ejecting the assailants to the street below. Deadpool, anticipating their arrival, confronts the attackers. In a swift move, he impales Conundrum with his katana, only to be ambushed from behind by Will-o'-the-Wisp and Freak. Engulfed in battle, Deadpool humorously laments his unconventional career choices. The banter continues as Will-o'-the-Wisp boasts about his intangibility, and Freak clarifies his regenerative abilities. Armed with a flamethrower, Deadpool attempts to gain the upper hand, but Will-o'-the-Wisp's intangibility and Freak's regeneration thwart his efforts. Unfazed, Deadpool resorts to firearms, only to discover their ineffectiveness against the formidable foes. Seizing the opportunity, Will-o'-the-Wisp employs psychic powers to hypnotize Deadpool into attempting self-harm. Deadpool plays along but surprises them by stabbing Will-o'-the-Wisp with a concealed dagger, showcasing his resistance to psychic attacks. Undeterred, Freak transforms his limbs into deadly weapons, claiming invincibility. However, Deadpool, with his bag of holding, challenges Freak to put his invincibility to the test. The situation escalates as Deadpool unveils increasingly powerful weapons, overwhelming Freak's regenerative abilities. Amidst the chaos, Carnage intervenes personally, lifting Deadpool off the ground with tendrils. Deadpool, recognizing Norman Osborn's voice, taunts him by questioning his identity as Cletus Cassidy, further enraging the malevolent Carnage. In a dark and desolate alley, Carnage's malevolent presence overshadowed Deadpool. His hands morphed into lethal Wolverine claws, poised to carve through Deadpool's defenseless body. However, Deadpool, never short of wit, jeered at Carnage, remarking that he, too, possessed Wolverine's icy demeanor. Carnage, unswayed by banter, insisted on employing the optimal tool for the job. Transforming into a colossal hammer, he swung mercilessly, shattering Deadpool's skull. Quick to adapt, Carnage reshaped into a knife, carving through Deadpool's lungs. Tendrils tightened around Deadpool, a deadly embrace. Carnage, growing increasingly frustrated, ordered Deadpool to cease his mockery, yet the irreverent mercenary persisted. Seeking to humiliate Deadpool further, Carnage revealed the uniqueness of his spine, a rare unicorn resulting from the amalgamation of multiple symbiotes. This spine, Carnage claimed, could resurrect the god of darkness, Null Symbiote. The malevolent symbiote readied himself to extract Deadpool's spine, signaling an ominous turn of events. In an unexpected twist, Spider-Man intervened, ambushing Carnage with web shots and propelling him to a safe distance. Carnage redirected his fury towards the web slinger. Only to be blindsided by Deadpool's katana strike. United against their common foe, Deadpool and Spider-Man formed an uneasy alliance. Carnage, undeterred, unleashed razor-sharp tendrils from all directions, injuring both Deadpool and Spider-Man. Undeterred, he declared the end of games, preparing to devour his adversaries. Deadpool, however, revealed his treacherous side, abandoning Spider-Man to face Carnage alone. Spider-Man valiantly fought against the relentless Carnage but found himself overpowered. In a cruel twist of fate, Carnage abducted Spider-Man, holding him hostage for the dark symbiote cult led by Dark Carnage. Spider-Man helplessly faced Carnage's doppelganger symbiotes. Unexpectedly, Deadpool returned to the scene, determined to rescue his friend from the clutches of malevolent symbiotes. Dark Carnage seized Deadpool with his tendrils, intending to extract the coveted unicorn spine. When Dark Carnage opened Deadpool's body, he discovered a sinister surprise: a substantial amount of explosives embedded with Deadpool's spine, accompanied by a note reading, "Goes the dynamite." Cursing his luck, Carnage could only watch as Deadpool's body exploded in a spectacular display. In the aftermath, Spider-Man desperately searched for any sign of Deadpool's survival. To his relief, he found Deadpool's upper body clinging to the ceiling, his legs lost in the explosion. With no time to retrieve the scattered limbs, Spider-Man carried Deadpool to safety, leaving behind the remnants of the dark symbiote cult. Weeks later, Deadpool lounged in his apartment, regenerating his lost legs while indulging in video games. Spider-Man, in a gesture of camaraderie, baked brownies for Deadpool, who, in typical fashion, mocked the sweet treat. Accusing Spider-Man of assisting out of guilt rather than friendship, Deadpool questioned their bond. Spider-Man, earnestly assuring Deadpool of their true friendship, reminded him that despite the trouble, he was indeed a loyal friend. The story concluded with Deadpool and Spider-Man engaging in happy conversations, the trials of their perilous adventure forging a bond stronger than ever.